talk to you a little bit about the autumn equinox and then show you some fun ideas that you and your family could do on the autumn equinox or the days building up to the celebration. Now traditionally, the autumn equinox is celebrated when the sun is in 1 degree of Libra, and that's typically between the 21st and 23rd of September. Now, the autumn equinox is also known as Mabon in some cultures, and what this is a celebration of the second harvest of the season. So, this is the perfect time to go to farmers markets and go to the grocery store and get all kinds of seasonal vegetables, which is like corn and onions and apples and tomatoes and all kinds of herbs. And you can also dry the herbs and can and freeze things for the rest of the season. Now also, don't forget when you're harvesting your fruits and vegetables and herbs that you want to give offerings back to the goddess and the god for giving you such a great, bountiful harvest. Now the colors for this season are browns and reds and oranges, all the colors that you naturally see in nature. Now since this is the autumn equinox, day and night are going to be equal on that day. After that day, then the night is going to be gaining strength and the daytime will be getting shorter and shorter. Now, I've researched Kuan Yin quite a bit, and in some cultures this deity is known as a man, and some, this deity is known as a woman. So how I perceive this deity as both very balanced, both male and female. So this is the perfect time to incorporate Kuan Yin as an equal man and woman deity in your rites. And another perfect thing that you can do is create balance in your body, and you can do a chakra balancing meditation, and you can do this with stones. I have a very good chakra balancing meditation video if you care to watch it. And another thing that you can do for your family, or actually with your family, is go on nature walks and just see what's going on in nature. And then you can also pick up various things that you find along the way. Here are some mookie balls and some fossils, which are thousands and thousands of years old, as well as feathers and sticks and anything else that you guys find. You can make into a harvest wreath or a found object wreath. And I'm actually going to do a video on how to make this. These are so fun and so easy, and you can change these up for each of the seasons. Now another really fun thing that you can do is make spell stars. Now these are made with cinnamon and applesauce, and you can make applesauce by chunking up apples and putting them in a small amount of water and boiling them and then simmering them until they get to the consistency of applesauce, and then you mash them up and you can add some cinnamon and a little bit of sugar and yay! So anyway, but I've got a video on how to make spell stars, and you can actually make them in all different kinds of shapes. You can make them in apple shapes or leaves or acorns, any kind of shape, and you can poke a hole in them and use them as Yule ornaments. Now, traditionally this is also known as the Witch's Thanksgiving. So, this is when people come together and just share the bountiful harvest. And actually, National Geographic actually has a book out called 1621, I believe that's the right title, and it's the original Thanksgiving. And it actually gives the history about the original Thanksgiving and how the traditional Thanksgiving now, which is now in November, was moved to November from this date, from September, the autumn equinox, in the 1930s. So I highly recommend that you check out that book. But some of the things that you can eat are lentils and wild rice and berries, and you can make some really good bread. This is called Mabon apple bread, and I've actually got a video posted about this. And then also, when you're having your Thanksgiving celebration, remember the ancestors that have come before you, and offer up a plate of Thanksgiving and feasting for them as well. And some other things that you may want to eat are nuts, because nuts are very, very good, and they're all coming into harvest right now. And then again, with the first harvest, you want to make sure that if you have enough for your table, try to provide some for someone else's table. So you can also do a food blessing during your ritual, and during your time at this point in time in your celebration, and bless these and give them to a local food bank. Now, a really fun thing that you can do is make your own oil and incense for your celebrations, and I'm going to be posting videos on how to make these. Now, some traditions call the autumn equinox Mabon, which is named after Mabon, the son of Madron, which is a very ancient tale, and if you don't know anything about this tale, I highly recommend that you Google it and look it up. It's a very good tale. You can read it to your kids or just learn it for yourself. And Mabon is actually known as the male version of Persephone. So if you know the tale of Persephone in the springtime, this tale sort of counterbalances the Persephone tale. So, and the representations that you can use for the god on your altar is you can use a horn, or you can even use a sun figure. Now for the goddess, I'm going to be using Caradwin, which is the crone goddess, and she has her cauldron that is filled with the ancient ones that have gone before us. And for my altar cloth, I'm going to use this very pretty cloth that I got. I believe I got it at Walmart on clearance. Yay! And I'm also going to be using this wonderful, wonderful cloth that I got from Black Cats NZ. She's from New Zealand, and her name is Shell. And you know, this is another thing that you can put on your altar is any gifts that you've been given from friends or loved ones or family, just as a reminder of all the abundance that you have in your life, because friendship, true friendship, is really hard to come by. And if you're fortunate enough to have really good friends, have some of their things that they've given you on your altar in celebration of what you have. Yay! So I hope you've enjoyed seeing all the wonderful things that you could possibly do in celebration for this autumn equinox, and blessed be. Bye-bye.